a Buddhist, an enlightened being, enlightenment is without condition. There are no conditions. And so to say that dukkha is avoided by creating the correct conditions just leaves people grasping for conditions. And then these conditions that they're in are unsatisfying. And so they seek other conditions. And then when they get those, they're unsatisfying because they have never turned back to address that dukkha is an inherent part of existence, at least so long as you understand yourself to be an agent in an arena, which Buddhism says you're not. So I'll stop there. You're not an agent. You're not in an arena. Um, all of that's an illusion.
Hmm. Yeah, that sounds good. That's interesting. So what you were saying about dukkha seems to kind of supports the sort of general understanding or translation of all is suffering. All is characterized by some type of uh would you say, yeah, discomfort or something that is not sweet. And we we will very often want to run from that, run towards something else. We'll want to grasp the sweetness, we'll want to push away the discomfort in the foot or from grief or whatever it is. And we'll we'll seek for some other state. And that whole thing is kind of the problem. And that's, and that's the bumpy ride. We're getting different types of bumps, and it's kind of, yeah, and mm. and then the answer, and then the sort of answer to that is sort of enlightenment, and that, yeah, that is unconditional. Yeah, it's not an agent in the arena. Yeah, I'm trying to understand trying to combine those two things, but I can see how. I mean, one criticism I've heard of Buddhism is that it's sort of like, it seems like they kind of want everybody to become a monk or something like that. And I know in his life, he sort of, like, he became a monk for the rest of his life, and he converted his family, right, and other people and things. Um, and I guess just my superficial understanding of agent and arena is the idea. To me, this seems like a good way to understand how to be in the world, how to be, in sort of whatever in your culture are regular relationships, regular relations to other people, to some type of livelihood, to, living in a neighborhood, being a voter or whatever. There's like, you're a consciousness and you have a body, and you're looking, and then that's where the idea, you're looking for some kind of optimal grip where some kind of effectiveness, and not something like grasping where you're misunderstanding things to where you're having unrealistic hopes, or you're not able to communicate effectively. There's a there's a lot of different aspects to each experience that you would like to, yeah, to have it be the best experience possible, including all the disappointment and everything that is going to come along, but can kind of have the best understanding of that, and not be, yeah, I keep going for that word grasping. I like that word, not be grasping for it to be something else, for you to be something else.
Yeah, because